right, I missed my turn like a genius. We're gonna turn around here at the abandoned feed store. There you go, with the blank sign. Coffeeville Road, right over there. Right after this little Jap car gets by me. All right. So, to the point of our video, Coffeeville, Texas is an abandoned Texas ghost town. Now you can look a little bit more up on Coffeeville, Texas. But Coffeeville at one time was a thriving metropolis civic center. It was 1 day's travel away from Jefferson, Texas, which was a thriving river port. Coffeeville at one time boasted multiple saloons, a doctor's office, and a hotel. And when I say it was 1 day's travel, that was 20 miles. You wonder why 20 miles? Well, that's because that's how far a stagecoach or a wagon could travel in 1 day. So for anybody going west out of Jefferson, Texas, that was your first stop, and that's why Coffeeville existed. Now, this part of Coffeeville Road has blacktop because there's still a few residences out here. Now, once we get to the older part of Coffeeville Road, well, I say older, this is just as old. Once we get to the part that doesn't have any houses on it, you will obviously be able to tell. We are traveling down here. This is, as you can tell, not a lot of residences here. So the county does not maintain this a lot. Well, it gets to the point where you get to part of it that doesn't even have blacktop. There's no point in maintaining it if there's no houses or anybody traveling on it. And you will see more and more of that, because we are unlikely the entire time I'm shooting this video to see even a single car going the other direction from us. And what inspired me to do this video, I was looking around. Marshall, Texas has the Stagecoach Road, and somebody did a historic tour of that. You might see me do a video on that later. But this is one of the historic dirt roads where a section of it just still exists in East Texas. Now, once again, I say this was the road that connected Jefferson to the abandoned ghost town of Coffeeville. Now, if you were to go to Coffeeville, Texas right now, you would find nothing. Coffeeville doesn't exist. It's a ghost town. There's nothing even resembling a town there. There's not even a marker showing where the town used to be. But there is Coffeeville Road. And the section we're following here actually ends at Lake of the Pines. You could pick it up on the other side of the lake over between Ore City and Avenger. I did work on a ranch that was over there. I also worked on a ranch that was on this section. You might actually pick that up, which we'll cover later on in this video. So as we drive down this scenic route, you're gonna see several things. Here's a ranch out here. Very nice maintained fence for a place on a road where nobody sees. Still going. Looks like we got some hay for sale on this place. A Sasquatch. We're gonna keep on going. And a little further down this road, you will see this right here. This road was not dug out or made to cut through these hills like this over here. This is just how the road naturally wore through from the stagecoach and the wagons riding through it. It's been cut out. Now the county did in fact come through here and grade the road, but it's worn out and washed out from people passing through here. And we are actually hitting the last of the houses on this road here. We're gonna hit the end of the blacktop. So this will get worse and worse as you see how worn out this road is where the blacktop ends. There's you another bank on the side of it right here. You're gonna see a lot of high banks. See, this sticks up as high as the edge of my car. do have a 1.5 foot extra tall van that we're cruising in here. But these banks will get higher and higher. Now, back in the day, they used to have robbers that would take advantage of these high banks like that. They would wait for the stage or a wagon to come through, and when somebody would come through, they could jump off of this onto the wagon, hold up the stage or the wagon, and take the goods or the money that was being hauled. This was common back in the day to catch people driving from one place to another, especially a thriving metropolis such as Jefferson, Texas at the time, which was a very much thriving river port. Now, the outlaws in this area are not talked about near as much as the ones that are further west towards Lincoln County in New Mexico. But John Wesley Hardin was from East Texas. It's not documented that he did anything on this road itself. There's the end of the blacktop, and we just passed one of the ranches I used to work on, by the way. And if you were to go through these woods right here, you could get to Big Cypress Bayou. But anyways, we are going to keep going. Now, this road, as you can see, we just passed a mailbox. But up here on the right, you're going to see some ranch land. Now, farm and ranch pretty much exist back here because this land is not sought after by people wanting to live on it. There goes a real high bank. That one's about 20 feet tall. You can't even see the top of it out of my window. This land is still cheap enough for people to use for agriculture and actually make a profit. So there is a registered Hereford ranch back here. But up here on the right, more to my point, you can see how worn out that is from the stages coming through back in the day. More to my point, there's a property up here on my right where a man used to keep elephants. You can come through here and see elephants. He was an elephant trainer. And that was a really random thing to see in the middle of nowhere in the woods. He had a ton of elephants that were trained for circuses. Now, circuses these days do not allow elephants because somebody from PETA or some animal rights organization got on to them. Said they can't do that anymore. It's this house here, actually, the green fence. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try not to show the house, but I just saw a sign that y'all need to see. There's my Marshall Mavericks air freshener, by the way. If somebody gives me a Jefferson Bulldog one, I would love to show that. Here. See that sign right there? That still says elephant crossing, even though there's no more elephants here. There used to be an elephant trainer. And one of these elephants actually made it onto the news because the elephants, one of them was overfed protein, so he was really feeling his oats. He was full of piss and vinegar and testosterone and really feeling like doing something instead of getting fed a low protein feed, and he went on the equivalent of roid rage, and he hurt a lot of people and apparently killed one person. Someone didn't know. Now, this is the story I got. I do not remember this story from about 10 years ago. But they said, no, that elephant was actually trained here, and the elephant knew better. But somebody that handled that thing afterwards did not. Well, the elephant was euthanized because he was officially dangerous. Anyways, that happened out here in the middle of nowhere, and you wouldn't know this was here. So as we go here, whoa. Well, I guess this is the end of our video, but there's a hay mover.